Welcome back to another video by me, Zenchin. I appreciate you for clicking the video. However, if you liked what you see here, please hit that like and slap that subscribe to support the channel and get notifications for future videos and streams. And as always, it's over 9,000! This is what we're doing today. Alright, so we're gonna mod a Switch Lite. Supposedly new, but I see signs otherwise, but it works. That's all I care about. I have a new electrical screwdriver. I've never used them before. I got it for $45 at Micro Center. It's inland. Comes with tons of bits. We're gonna need a Phillips triple zero and a tri-bit. This one says 1.5. I like to use this as well. It kind of helps protect anything that I'm using. Alright. I'm going to be using a RP2040 PicoFly chip today as well. Let's get to it. Alright, so first we'll start with the tri-wings. There's 4 of them here. Okay, that's pretty dope. I mean, I could probably unscrew this faster by myself, but when you do enough of these, shortcuts are always good. I'll also be using some nanoflux solder. I love this stuff. It barely smokes. It's very viscous and it's clear, so you can actually see where you're starting to solder. Alright, now that those are out, let's swap over here. This takes 4 tiny screws here. 2 up top, 2 on the bottom. Oops. Yes, the wrong way. As always, Nintendo screws aren't really magnetic. They're cheap aluminum. I have to get used to gripping this thing. It's pretty dope. Alright, now that those screws are out, let's take this off. You don't really need pry tools for this, you just got to grab it at the right spot. So, what I like to do is come around these speakers right here and kind of just pull up like so. And then do the same over here. Alright, and then you just kind of pull outward and wrap around and it comes up. That way you're not using any tools to scrape up any of these sides. Now, if you're not careful, when you're pulling this up, you can pop a button off, but they usually pop right back on. Alright. So, on to the next part. From this part forward, it's just using the Phillips 000. So, let's get these 4 taken out. Funny thing is, I know where all these go, even if they get mixed up, so this is pretty easy for me. I don't know if I like this electric screwdriver. Definitely gonna take and get used to. Got some torque though, that's for sure. Oh, and it's magnetic. Alright, so the best way is to come over from left to right on this because it clamps down over here. Alright, here comes the fun part. See, we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, maybe 19 screws over here. Then we got another 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 more, 25, 26. So about 26 screws. I'm also going to be swapping these out with my Hall Effect joysticks that I like to use. As I find them. And black buttons. I'll come back to that when we get to that stage. I've got a whole bunch of them. All right. Here they are. Okay, so I just dig in. I don't really care where I start. I'll also be recording with my microscope too, so you can see up close and personal when I'm doing this as well. Gotta do something. All right, so I like to preserve this styrofoam sticker here. That way it helps with the wind flow. So what I like to do is just kind of do that. And then I like to come over here and just slowly scrape gently. And you want to pull it up here because you don't want to bend the pipe either. Alright, and there. Still intact. I'm gonna put this over here with this. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, now that we got that off. You don't actually have to take this out, but for all intents and purposes of this video, I am, because this is my opinion how you should do it. Oh, got a little flashlight on it. That's cool. I also like the fact that it's got a Type-C charger on it too. You know what? I can get used to this. All these screws in this area are the same length and the same width and how the screws are cut, so that's a good thing. So I'm gonna put them all up here. It's the same thing for these. All right. I've got a lot of content now that I've got stuff set up. I've been fidgeting with getting everything set up so I can make a whole bunch more videos instead of just throwing out a random Nintendo controller. I mean, it is what it is, I suppose, but one step at a time. I'm gonna just do anything I can get my hands on that's tech-wise to just get content out there for you guys. So you can hear my beautiful country voice that I supposedly have that I don't hear myself. Pop this off. Be gentle with these. I've seen these clips right here last one time. I've seen them last 50 times. So you want to be gentle taking it out and lifting it up. You don't want to bend those the pins inside of here, because if you can't fix them, that's a whole nother job that I'll do in another video when I have to do one. And it's the same with the FPC connectors here. Alright, that's right there. These are the Wi-Fi antennas I'm unplugging now. Let me zoom in a little so you can get a better view. Alright, unplug the battery. Most people say do that first, and they're not wrong. Alright, now there's one here, there's about 6 more screws left for the main board to come out. The speaker can only be lifted out when you take out the motherboard, or you risk damaging it. I also wouldn't recommend you using an electrical screwdriver your first time doing this, because these can easily strip. Alright, this is for the right analog stick, since it's reversed, since it's upside down. Alright, almost there. Alright, take this off, put this to the side. Alright, go back. I don't feel like there's... No, that's all the screws, so it should essentially just lift out. Alright. Oh, I forgot the fan right here. The fan always gets me every time. Alright, now it should just lift out. Be gentle. Pull, lift, and pull left. Alright, then you want to come over here, because usually gets caught right there. I wish it did. Alright, you pull it right out. Alright. Since I'm here, I'll go ahead and replace this joystick, and you can watch me do it. There's just 2 screws here. These are different than the ones that are over there. These are a little bit longer, so you definitely want to make sure you keep these separate. And since I'm here, that's why I'm going to go ahead and do the buttons plus the Joy-Con as well. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos and streams. That way I can keep doing more content and see what you guys like. If you have something you would like me to do or tear down or potentially mod, I'm willing to mess up and do it on stream and learn together. Just put something down in the comments so that I can get an idea. All right. Take this out. These buttons. It's not that I don't like white buttons. They just get very dirty very quickly. Also still learning how to solder. So there's that too, but you gotta start somewhere, right? Alright, I got a black button here. This is a home one. Drop that down right there. These only go on a certain way. There's like a little nipple right here, and it always goes facing towards the left. And there's usually on the home button, sometimes these extreme rate ones don't come with it, but this little piece that pushes up here gives it more of a tactical push. This is going to feel a little bit, you're going to have to push a little harder to get this out, because it's got that little part right there that's supposed to go up in here where this one doesn't. Alright, let us, well, alright, swap some buttons out. Oh look, I always give you these little cute thingies. Why did you put, oh, they put 4. Alright, so we got B. Alright, and these actually only go a certain way as well. Sometimes you gotta come in here and trim this stuff up because it won't sit flush. I got an X-Acto knife. You have to be careful when using these. You can cut your finger wide open. Alright. Alright, that looks alright. Grab my tweezers. And you'll notice that each button the little arrow part right here is always going to face the direction that it's supposed to go. So B should essentially go right there, which it does. Now it's down. All right. E. Yep, we have to trim this one too. I guess that's what happens when you 3D print. All right. Cut that off. Let me zoom out some. All right. So you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm still learning, guys. I don't want these to not work right because that's usually what happens. They'll not click right. Alright, there's A. Alright, X. I believe X goes up top. I could be wrong. Trying to cut away from myself. Alright, there's that. I think this one goes up. Yep, I was right. You do enough of something, you start learning how they work. Oh. Did this one do right? I think it did. Cool. These are notorious for never working right, but this is an OEM shell and they're usually better, so it may actually work without too much effort. All right. Oh yeah, that's gonna work good. All right. Grab this, take this spring, match up the right, correct. All right, take this bad boy right here, pop this up. All right, there we go for that. Okay, put that on there, make sure that looks good. Now let's do the joystick. I thoroughly enjoy doing this. I've been doing this for so long. Well, so long. Almost 10 months now. And I didn't know how to solder at all. Like, I've never lifted solder in my life. But, I mean, I've done IT. So, I like hardware. I've worked on cars. I mean, I knew basic stuff. So, I mean, using my hands is not foreign to me. Alright, so these are a little bit bigger than the normal ones, which I like and people tend to like. And this black part traps dust. You don't necessarily need it because, I mean, it's Hall effect. It shouldn't drift. I mean, I guess everything's prone to drift, but should still take a long time. Alright, let's put these two screws in. Sometimes you got to calibrate these sticks. I'll go over that when I get it all booted up. All right. While we're here, let's go ahead and do this side. Okay. I like to pull that out. Alright. You want to be careful with these. I have these things break all the time. Usually when you have backlight issues or buttons not acting right, especially the volume up, volume down, power, and the entire right side, that's usually either the ribbon here hooking into the main board. Let me demonstrate. hooking into here, because you can easily bend these pins if you aren't careful, and if this doesn't align right with the right pressure, it can cause the display not to display, or the brightness not to work, or the volume up, volume down, power, I believe. Yeah, and the D-pad. You can have weird D-pad stuff going on as well, and the capture button not working. So that's usually what I look for, the first indicators with switches not properly working. Alright, these are 2 long screws here. These go all the way down to the frame. That's why they're so long. And there's only 2 of them. Well, there's technically 3 over here, but that might be for another video where I swap a display. Maybe another Super 5. I do have a metal aluminum shell coming. Very similar process, but you have to use their screws or you'll strip them. No, it's not you'll strip it. I've had my screws completely just break in half because the aluminum was stronger than the screws. Alright, it should just lift out. Alright, come on. You want to be gentle with these, you don't want to. Alright, take that off. 3 more screws. Put this over here on this side. So far this thing's doing pretty good. Gotta be careful about the torque. I can tell you that's gonna be something. Alright. Now we can just lift up. Oh, it never fails. I always forget to unclip something. Alright. Take that out too since I'm gonna replace that. Use these. Alright. Now we're to the other side. Pull this off. Take this button out. Alright. Oh yeah, it's gonna be in this little thing and then right here. Okay, drop that down. Put this back on right there. Alright. Yeah, this side's a lot easier because you don't have to do all those 4 buttons. Alright, there's the capture. And then the minus. Yep, I might have to trim it just a little bit right here. Try to be careful. Alright. Alright, let's see how this goes down. Like I said, the last thing I want to be doing is open this thing back up just to fidget with the buttons. It's not fun. White seems to be the color I replace most too in all these. I mean, I prefer the black as well, so I can see why. Oh, well, that's gone. Alright, come back over here for this one. Take the spring out of this. Okay. Alright, that's set. Now let's get this left Joy-Con taken out. This has the exact same screws. Right, we'll put it over here. Alright, let's get this puppy out. The stuff likes to jump at me. Alright. Da -da 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 -da. I think that's Final Fantasy X's battle wind music. Alright, there's the other one. Favorite Final Fantasy is 9. I really hope the remake rumors are true, because that would be dope. And I hope it comes on the Switch too. I mean, I'll take it for the Switch 1 as well, but that would be really nice. Alright, so again, remember, alright, the tip is a little bit bigger, so you gotta work it in there. No sexual puns intended. Come on. Oh, yep, alright, so let's lift this up. Let's just put a backlight. Alright. The 2 screws. All right. Now let's get doing the board. All right, so I got this little nifty tool here. I'll use this to hold the motherboard while I disassemble it. All right, take this off. Be gentle pulling this out. Alright, so I gotta get in here and get this clip off like so. You can tell I've done this a lot. Come on. Alright, getting ready to do the mod chip part. This is usually the harder part. I've actually broke this chip down here doing that. Trying to get it to lift up. Come on. I can always fix this. Come on. Alright, there we go. Has AB RAM. Not the best. One of these days I'll get lucky. Get some more God tier RAM. These are non-magnetic as well. I use these a lot when I'm soldering. I just want to get up in here and get some of this thermal paste off, because this is usually the spot I start at first. All right. So here, I have my toothbrush. This should help get rid of the thermal paste here. After I hit it with a round of this. Alright, give me 1 second, apparently. We're out of that. Here they are. And the purple alcohol, wherever it went. 1 second. I swear. I would lose my head if it wasn't attached to me. My desk the other day. Now it's gone. so. Alright. Alright, so these are my 8281 110 wipes. They don't leave residue behind. So when I start using the toothbrush, it'll get it all off. This ran out, so I need to fill this up real quick. I'll fast forward this part of the video, if I remember. I overfilled this. Leave it to me. Doo-doo-doo. And this is 99% isopropyl alcohol. Got it off Amazon for like $8. Alright. I'm not gonna waste this. Alright, go over here. And just do like so. And this really helps get it off. This has even got a little vibrator. Alright. Yeah, that's getting in there. Usually I hit this with it. And then come here like that. There we go. Alright. I should be able to just come in here, hit it like so. Bring this back. And this should essentially get it all off. Yeah, for the most part. Alright. Much is that cool? It vibrates. That does get annoying. Oof, I smell the alcohol. I get high off the fumes.